Most people are totally unaware of just how healthy singing can be for your lungs. This is because it strengthens the diaphragm and other muscles in the abdominal region, helping you receive oxygen easily and more efficiently. If you observe a newborn baby laying on its back, you'll notice that the abdomen is like a pump, rising upwards, pulling in oxygen, and then lowering as the air is exhaled. That's how our anatomy should function, but the moment we begin to walk, we try to use our chest in breathing. And that's a very inefficient way of pulling oxygen into our lungs. Similarly, we tend to sit a lot of the time looking forward at computers or looking down at phones. And that's a very inefficient way for our lungs to work, even though we shouldn't be trying to use the lungs as the manner of breathing. We should be using our abdomens. The more oxygen we naturally bring into the lungs with each breath, the healthier all of our cells will be. Think about it this way. When people are talking about the record for going without food, that's counted in months. When they're talking about a record for going without water, that's counted in days. Yet the record for going without oxygen, going without breathing, is literally counted in minutes. So you're going to want to do a simple exercise that delivers maximum oxygen to the cells. That can be fun and done anywhere, like whilst you're walking or whilst you're driving or sitting at your desk. Now, after a while, you naturally start to use abdominal breathing, which improves the health of every cell in the body. That's because it's tough to progress with singing unless you're actually breathing efficiently. You don't have to be a good singer. Simply, if you understand the principles that singers use, you improve your own lung health. Now, you start by laying on the floor or laying on a bed and placing both your hands on your tummy. You breathe in, and whilst doing so, you try to feel your abdomen raise. So you're not trying to use your shoulders, you're trying to use your abdomen, and you're pushing your abdomen down and out as you breathe in. And as you breathe back out again, you allow the abdomen to fall in and gently suck the abdomen in and upwards slightly. So just try that for a few breaths, breathing in and then out. You can do the same while standing. When you're standing, you want to keep your head looking forward, your shoulders back, your chest forward, and you do the same exercise. This time, put your hands on the same area on your tummy button. And as you breathe in, you want it to extend the abdomen outwards and downwards. And as you squeeze in, you're going to want to bring the abdomen up as if you're trying to squeeze the last drop of air out of your lungs. Now, you want to do this without straining. And initially, we're going to ignore whether you're breathing through your mouth or your nose. The objective is you're trying to keep your lungs full and empty, but using your abdomen, not your shoulders. So let's try this together. We're going to just breathe out normally, and then we're going to breathe in using our abdomen, pushing it forward. So we breathe in, and then out. And as we're breathing out, we're allowing the abdomen to rise up and keeping some tension in the tummy as you're pulling up the tummy muscles to squeeze that last drop of air out. That may help if we form a small circle on the out breath with our lips, like you're trying to whistle. So we'll try the same again. We breathe in, and then we breathe out. Now remember, we do this gently, and it's looking at how efficient our lungs currently are. They'll improve with practice, and it doesn't matter whether you're able to breathe in longer than me or shorter than me, breathe out longer than me, breathe out shorter than me. The objective is just for you to get the principle. Now, I'm going to try the same, and this time putting the focus on bringing the abdomen up and in as we're breathing out. So we start by lowering the tummy as we breathe in, extending the tummy. And at the top, remembering to squeeze that last little bit of stale air from the lungs. Now repeat that on your own a few times. If you feel slightly lightheaded, stop, because the extra oxygen can sometimes have that effect. Now we're going to do the same exercise. To move across the singing, what we're going to do is the same exercise, but we're going to hum. So after breathing in through the diaphragm deeply, you're going to place your teeth together and you're going to hum, and it will sound like the nose is where the noise is coming from. Don't worry if you're not in the same key as me. Don't worry if you breathe at a different pace than me. It's more, again, you're getting the principle of this. Note that your teeth should naturally come together when you hum, and your tongue will tend to position itself behind your teeth with the sound coming out of your nose. So let's try that together. So we breathe in. And you can hear at the end, as you run out of air, the noise will gently tail off. Now you can do the same exercise a number of times with the humming sound, or you could use a vowel like an R vowel. And it's easier to launch an R vowel if you start with a La. So we'll do that one together. So we're going to start with La. Now, again, you may have noticed that your mouth naturally opens when you use the R sound, and you'll notice your tongue will position itself downwards, forming that note. Now we can use the same R sound using a scale. So the same exercise but using a scale. So we're breathing in. Now we're going to do the same principle using the E vowel. Now notice on that last one, that was 40 seconds, and that may be tough to start with. The aim isn't to see how long you can take a breath and expel that breath. It's to get into the habit of using the abdomen and the abdomen to support that breath, which is what singers do. We could go through various vowels in this way, but I want to keep this short and I want to keep it to the point, which is to get you singing. Now, the easiest way to get singing is for you to find a song that you're comfortable with, that's within your own range and you enjoy. So we don't want a song that has too many high points in it or too many low points in it. You want a nice, easy one for your vocal range. And you look up that on YouTube, but more importantly, you look up the artist singing it live, if you can find a live version of that. What you want to do is then pause and open another tab and hunt down the lyrics and cut and paste those lyrics. And the aim is the first time you play it, you want to just listen to the artist singing it and observe where they're breathing. Mark that on the lyrics, where they're taking a pause for breath. And also see if you can see the artist using abdominal breathing. Now, sometimes you have to look very closely because it's like they snatched the breath. The abdomen is used in a very fast manner. It's extended and pulled down to draw oxygen into the lungs, and then you'll see them again slowly singing and releasing that air, and then grabbing another breath. So try that a couple of times with the artist singing and you singing along once you've learned where to breathe. Practice using the abdomen for the abdominal breathing. So you want to be drawing the abdomen down and out as you're breathing and slowly raising the abdomen and pulling it in, and then seeing if you can catch where the artist is taking a breath and use that same principle again. Use an abdominal breath to pull in the air and then see if you can sing the next phrase with the artist before running out of air. Next, if you're brave enough, you could look up the karaoke version of the same song and see if you can use your new acquired techniques, your breathing techniques, to sing along on your own, doing your own karaoke version. Now, the aim is to make this breathing exercise fun, and that's a fun way you can play with it. And if you've learned something today, please hit the subscribe button and also pass this over to your friends. It's all about health. It's all about spreading the word. Until then, stay healthy.